Yo, what is up? I appreciate you for clicking on this video, my man. For those who do not know, my name is Jacob Erstrud, and in today's video I want to show you the 2 things that I've implemented into my life which has allowed me to get more work done in a day, whether it's school, studying, or like anything job related, like finishing a PowerPoint for the next meeting. So yeah, that was my little intro. It's currently, I don't even fucking have a clock. It's currently 5:45 right now, and I just woke up 45 minutes ago. So I am in the middle of my first deep work session. So I'll just plow this through, and after I'm done, I will meet you guys then. Right? See you soon. So, the one thing that I have implemented into my life, or the first thing I've implemented into my life, which has allowed me to get more work done in a day than I would normally get done, is something that I would like to call, or it's called cold water exposure. And cold water exposure is basically just fine words for like taking a cold shower or a cold bath. But the really interesting thing is that when you take cold showers, your body releases something that is called dopamine as a stress response. And for those who do not know, dopamine is basically just the human hormone that gets you motivated to do things. So if you ever feel that, you get happy or you feel motivated to like go to have a workout or like go see friends or stuff like that, yeah, that's that hormone playing a big factor. And the really nice thing is that we have this threshold, right, of dopamine levels. But when we take that cold shower, or when we immerse ourselves within cold water, this threshold gets a little bit bigger, right? So our baseline dopamine, which it means our baseline motivation, gets even higher. And the interesting thing here is that it doesn't just go down straight away, right? This increase in dopamine, it stays at that increased level for hours and hours. So it's not going to be like, oh yeah, I have this peak in dopamine and then it goes down to your baseline for like after 30 minutes. No. It stays at that same level for hours. And I mean hours, like 3 to 4 hours. So what I've been doing, right, is that when I wake up, the first thing I do in the morning, I take cold showers or I take cold baths, because me personally, I want all my work to be done as fast as possible, as early as possible in the day, right? So that means that I need to be at my desk for a long time and sitting long hours, right? And for most people, you don't have the motivation to do that. I don't even have the motivation to do that. So that is why I take cold showers. So I get that increase in motivation. So I actually can physically sit there at my desk doing my stuff for hours. And then after that, when everything is done, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, so bottom line is, if you take cold showers, your body will release dopamine. The more dopamine your body releases, the more motivated you will be. And the more motivated you are, most likely the more work you would want to get done throughout your day, which means more output throughout your day. I hope that made sense. So that was my first tip of the day. And the second tip will come after I've had my coffee. So let's go get some coffee. So yeah, work is done for the day. Basically just sat down for like 2 hours, taking notes on a productivity course that I want to launch in the near future, and also finishing up plans that I want to do for next week. Try to find like ideas to do for my new YouTube video next week, and also think about like how I should structure it so that the video gets enjoyable to watch, and then also that you learn something from it, right? Because that is something that I want my YouTube videos to be. I just don't want to be like one of those guys that just like sits by the camera and just talk and talk and talk, and then you have like the edits in the background for like 17 minutes explaining, oh, you do the 5 steps to become a millionaire. no, I want to, no, like the thing I want with my YouTube videos is that I want you to feel like rather than just sitting down and just talking, I want you guys to also feel kind of like involved while I take you guys throughout my day. But while we're at it, I've been reading this book for the past week, and it's about like the understanding, the dynamics and relationships of different people, right? So like different people have the different games they play, and just in general, it's a pretty nice book to read. Like, it's pretty interesting. And yeah, like, you can read this book for a lot of different purposes. It can be like self-improvement, or it can just be because you're interested in this type of stuff. Me personally, I read these books because of 3 reasons, and that is, number 1, I find these books interesting. Number 2, it's a part of my self-improvement journey to always learn something new. And number 3, which is my second tip of the day, that is getting into the habit of doing hard stuff, right? And what I mean by doing hard stuff, by reading books like these, is that usually when you start getting into the self-improvement space, you usually have a mindset that is going to be pretty challenged by books like these. For example, when I started, I had a super limited mindset. I was always blaming others, afraid to take the first step. I was always, trying to be a perfectionist. And like at the end of the day, I didn't realize it back then, but I realize it now, that the only thing that it does for you is that it just prolongs the process of you getting better. Because instead of spending hours and hours and hours thinking about, oh, how can this be perfect? How can I do this? How can I do this? You could instead send it in, get your feedback, and then work on the improvements, and then get your reps in. Because we do not get better by thinking, we get better by doing. And that is also a limited mindset that I had before I started this whole self-improvement journey, is that the way to get better is to think. If I keep thinking about things, I will eventually get better. But that's not how it works. You gotta do the stuff to get better. If you wanna get a good score on the math test, you can't just read math. You gotta do the exercises. So yeah, going back to the habit of doing hard things, and the reason why it has helped me get a lot more work done in a day, is that we actually have a part of our brain, I don't really know what it's called, but it is a part of our brain that is responsible for the threshold of how we can tolerate when it comes to hard work. Like, see it as a bar, right? Okay, so you're at level 1 now, maybe you're at level 4, like it's all individual in the beginning. And then when you start doing hard stuff that you don't actually want to do, like doing the dishes, or maybe you don't feel like brushing your teeth before to go to bed. And what happens then when you don't want to do it, and you still do it, this level increases. And no, this is not woo-woo science, it's real science, but I don't know what it's called. I'll probably get the word up right here, and then you can read all about it. But yeah, that is basically why I try to push myself every single day, because I want to grow this bar right here, so that when the time actually comes to actually push myself past my limits, I will be able to do that, because I've gone into the habit of learning to do hard stuff. Like, for example, let's say that you have like a math test that you want to study for, and let's say that on average you could study on the test, like really study, focusing, not being on your phone, stuff like that, for 1 hour before it becomes dreadful and everything in your body just tells you to, I gotta get up, I gotta get out of here. And that is where getting into the habit of doing hard stuff will actually help you. Because when you feel like your whole body just wants to run out of there, it becomes dreadful. You don't want to study anymore. Because you have gotten into the habit of doing hard stuff, your brain will recognize this and become acquainted with the feeling and become used to that feeling. So instead of running away, you will be able to sit there and study maybe 1 hour more. So yeah, I hope that kind of makes a little bit of sense to getting into the habit of doing hard stuff. And now I gotta rush to my martial arts training, so I'll see you guys soon. All right, we have arrived to training, so let's get this work in.
Jag menar
Är det jag slår? Inte ens dig. Now we spar.
All you have to do is wait one more round, Mattia.
Bro, wait one minute. You alright? Okay? And I want, when you do the boxing, yeah, sure, you can do the jab, you can do the cross, but what's most important are like a combo, 1, 2, 3, and then after you slip either way. So you're always moving, you're here, let's do 1, 2, 3, bam, 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 and then slip. So you're not here, 1, 2, 3, and then stand still, because that's what everybody else is doing in Thai boxing. They're so stiff, they just go like this, cross, jab, they don't move their head. So that is kind of like what I mean by I try to push myself every single day. You know, like I do martial arts, it's hard on the body. I need to push myself. I get tired all the time. My feet hurt, but I still continue to grow or to go because I know that if I do this willpower thing inside my head, it will grow till the next day. So when the next day comes, I will be able to push myself even harder than the previous day. And that is kind of like what I do with cold showers as well. I mean, like, yeah, sure, I get the dopamine kick, right? You get the motivation, but you also, you know, it's not fun. It's not all fun and games taking cold showers, right? It's literally super stressful, right? You don't want to be there. It's not nice. So that is also doing a hard thing that you do not want to do. And that thing also grows the willpower inside of your head. So there we go. I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. This has been the 2 things that I've implemented into my life, which has allowed me to get more work done in a day. And that was taking cold showers and also getting into the habit of just doing hard stuff every single day. And yeah, if you're still here, I just want to say I appreciate you for being here and I hope to see you in the next video. So yeah, see ya.